What's up, LA Live gang? This is your boy AC, and I'm back with another one. As you guys are coming on into the video, do me a favor, hit that like button. That's right, just do me a small favor, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber, if you're new to the channel, if you just found me, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe. And when you're doing that, make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every day when we drop new videos here on YouTube. So after the disappointing season loss for the Lakers have their second game of the 2019-2020 NBA season coming up on tomorrow, and they're going to have another tough opponent in the Utah Jazz. Now, the Utah Jazz, they're being picked as one amongst the favorites, in the Western Conference, and a lot of people have them picked to finish in the range of 4th, 5th, and some maybe as low as 6th. But at any rate, everybody has the Jazz picked as a playoff team. And they had a decent team last year, and they've made a few improvements on the offseason. Most notably, they acquired Mike Conley, the point guard from the Memphis Grizzlies. And, they're going to be a tough team. They're going to be no gimmies for the Lakers. In this Western Conference, very few. Of course, you guys know Utah Jazz are led by their defensive all-star, he's not all-star, but former defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert, and what I feel is a budding all-star player, Donovan Mitchell. Now, in watching the Jazz, they had their first game of the season last night. They had a victory over the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they look like a decent team. They're gonna, they're not gonna be easy out. I believe they're gonna be a playoff team as well. And if the Lakers are not careful, it definitely could present some problems. I'm looking at Donovan Mitchell, and he's gaining more and more confidence with every passing year. And when you have a player like Gobert patrolling the middle, it's going to make it tough. Even though the Lakers don't really have too many players who like to attack the paint. If they did, Rudy Gobert would be there, and he's a tough cookie. Now, some of the players, like I said, the Lakers are going to have to look out for on the Jazz. Of course, Donovan Mitchell, and I was looking at they have Emmanuel Mudiay coming off the bench, and he's one of those guys that like to, he's a young guy and he loves to drive and attack the paint and try to dunk on people. So he's another one that they're going to have to look out for. And another guy the Lakers going to have to look out for is Joe Ingles, their three-point specialist. And the Lakers better, pay close attention to him. And don't let him spot up and get, easy looks from threes, because they better try to run him off that three-point line, because if they don't, if he gets an open shot, hey, he has a good chance of going in. And of course, you guys know they also have Bogdanovich coming off the bench, and another young kid, O'Neal. And hey, there's a reason why people are picking them to be a playoff team. They have some they have some legitimate talent, and like I said, it's not going to be an easy out for anybody in the Western Conference this year. And Mike Conley, the point guard, the guy everybody was happy to see who they traded for, he only scored like 5 points last night, and they still won. So look, it's going to be a tough game. Now, yesterday, head coach Frank Vogel was talking about the game on Tuesday. They prayed. Of course, the team's practicing. They looked at quite a bit of film, and of course, we were watching the game, so all Laker fans had a lot of stuff to talk about, complaining about, whatever. And he mentioned some of the same things in the press conference after practice. He mentioned, of course, the Lakers need to do a better job with their spacing. The spacing was damn near non-existent versus the preseason, which I know preseason don't count, and they were playing a totally different team. But you remember the preseason versus the Golden State Warriors, the Lakers were getting wide open threes. Sometimes they would make them, sometimes they wouldn't. But when you then here comes on the preseason versus the Clippers, and you're playing a great defensive team, not so much. So that's one of the things he mentions. They saw on film they had to make some changes to. Also on offense, the Lakers, man, the last time I checked, they didn't have any fast break points in that first game. They may have ended up with a few, but he did mention that he's like, man, the offense did look kind of slow. They never did run, so that's another thing he addressed. And also their pick and roll defense, which is, I say, Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell have one of the best pick and roll combinations in the league. So hey, man, they I guess they, at this point in time with the Lakers being a new team, they did the best they could. Now, one thing that he mentioned that I know a lot of Laker fans ain't gonna like, but this is just the way it is. He said he wasn't sure if Rondo was gonna play on Friday, but he did mention that he expects Rondo to be a big part of what the Lakers are gonna do this season, saying that he expects him to play 20-30 minutes a game. So it just is what it is, and Laker fans are just gonna have to deal with it. So look, this is our update before the next game on Friday. It will be a home game for the Lakers against the Utah Jazz. I'm looking for the team to get the first victory of the season. We'll see how it goes. I'm out.